Studio just released the new Studio T2, their brand new pair of TWS earbuds, and it comes in a very nice looking fancy design, and we have all four colors with us here today, starting with black, white, this one is called sand color, and then this one is the new jade color. There are a lot of upgrades going on with this brand new pair of TWS earbuds, so in today's video, let's take a look at them. So I unboxed the jade color, so we'll proceed with that instead. We leave all of these to the side here, and I would have to say this packaging here actually shrunk down in size. It's still compact, but it retains all of those fancy packaging design like what we are accustomed with when it comes to Studio products. So the usual feature highlights are at the front, and then some other specs are also at the back. So opening it up, we just have to slide it down, and then the whole thing comes out like this. And as you can see here, shape life through immersive sound. So opening up, we get the Studio T2 itself, so we'll leave it aside first. And then underneath this cradle here, we have the accessories box, two of them actually. The first one is the charging cable box. So this charging cable box comes with a USB Type A to Type C cable with the matching same jade color as well. And then comes the ear tips. So this time around, Studio included a total of 4 different sizes of ear tips, so you can choose between XS, S, M, and also L size. And underneath both of those accessories pack, we also got the owner's guide, which we will definitely go through later. These ear tips are also using a special type of design, so the mesh is built into the ear tips itself. So the mesh will catch all of the earwax to prevent it from going into the speaker, and also it can be cleaned easily since the whole thing can be taken to wash. And also in this compartment is where we'll find a microfiber cloth that tells us to register the product in the Studio Sphere to claim an extended warranty. It's a 3-year warranty too, by the way. Okay, so we'll leave all of these aside for now and just talk about the Studio T2 itself. So the case comes in this very pebble-like shape, and I would say it's a very cute design. It's also pretty easy to handle despite having such a rounded shape, so that's good. At the back of the case here, we have a USB Type-C port alongside with an indicator LED, and the pairing button is at the bottom of the case. Pretty standard so far. Opening up the case, we can see that the Studio T2 themselves are placed in this very nice position. Taking them out is also very easy, and again it's all in this matching jade color, which is really pretty. And these earbuds design themselves is pretty much similar to some of the best ones that I've tried so far. The shape is clean and it doesn't come with any protruding stem and keeps the whole design just simple and compact. For each side of the earbud, there are multiple different microphones, and one of them is pointing downwards to the wearer's mouth, so you should be getting a very good microphone out of this pair of TWS earbuds. And Studio also claims that they're using beamforming microphones to provide an even better experience. This is the microphone test for the brand new Studio T2. I think the microphone sounds great since it has the beamforming microphones. And now let's try listening to some music. So I've tried the Studio T2 with a bunch of different music. I think overall it sounds amazing. So the bass is stumpy enough that I would say a lot of bass lovers will definitely love it. And Studio also didn't sacrifice in the mids and highs, so I was listening to a lot of big band jazz that I usually listen to. And on the Studio T2, it sounds just so good. And there are actually even more features built into the Studio T2. You see, the silver ring on each side of the earbud here is actually a touch panel. You can do the usual gestures to play or pause your music, go to the next or previous track, or control the volume by just tapping on this silver ring. It's pretty standard, but the Studio T2 does have ANC and transparency mode built in. To toggle between each of these modes, you just have to hold on the silver ring for 2 seconds, and then you will switch between all the different modes. But I gotta say, switching between all of these modes is a bit, how do you say this, confusing maybe, because I don't know which is which. They just let you hear some whooshing sound, and I can't really identify which mode is which. ANC is definitely the whooshing sound because I can feel the pressure build up in my ears, and also I cannot hear the outside world that much. But for transparency mode and normal mode, I can't differentiate. But that aside though, the ANC performance is, I would say, it does make an impact, but it doesn't really cancel out the outside world that much. And same goes to the transparency mode too. I can definitely feel some difference compared to the normal mode, but it's not really by a huge margin. But then again, the battery life. The battery life coming out of the Studio T2 is actually quite amazing. So I've used the Studio T2 in normal mode without ANC or transparency mode, and I got a good 7-ish hours out of a single charge. And this earbuds case can also provide like 3 to 4 times of extra charge for this pair of earbuds. So totaling up, you will get about 30-ish plus hours of listening time. That's just amazing. And so finally, the price. This pair of TWS earbuds, the Studio T2, is at 549 ringgit. But you can split your payment up to 4 different installments, or you can pay it all in just one go using Pay Later via Grab. But if you think the price is still too high, fret not, because you can still get 15% discount code here, NLT-T2, and you can get it for like 466-ish ringgit, around that. And it also comes with free shipping all around the world, so make use of it. So that's it. That's all we have to share with you about the Studio T2. This is actually an amazing pair of TWS earbuds, especially with that 15% discount code. So now I'm off to enjoy my music. Goodbye. And if you have any questions, I'll reply to you later.